My view on this is probably going to piss off a lot of the red pill guys.
Excellent.
Here we go. So buckle up, haters, motherfuckers. So my first view is this: girls who instinctively just respect men by default because they're men are. I've met a few of them, and I'm not sure that's a good idea. I'm telling you why. Girls who just go, well, I'm a girl and I respect men as a whole. Any man I respect. They usually end up being hoes. I've kind of detected it, and I've seen like girls who just respect men by default end up just fucking loads of dudes because they respect men by default, and any guy who talks to them, they kind of just fucking loads of dudes.
So you mean like they say they respect men, or you like feel they respect men?
I don't know. Women who are just too. When any man gives them attention, well, he's a man and I'm a girl, and they just kind of give in too easily. Because look, the idea is we all want our girl to be ours, don't we?
Yeah.
So you don't want some other dude to talk to your chick and she's like, oh, he's a man. So you don't want women to just respect all men by default. You want women to respect you. That's what you want. I like that my woman respects me and hates men. My woman will literally say, oh, guys, but I love you. I love you.
Gotcha.
You know, so I don't have a real problem with that.
Andrew Tate and his brother have been arrested in Romania. In fact, their residence has been raided, and we are learning more as the story develops. So in the coming days, I'm sure we're going to have more details about this. But they have been accused of trafficking women, of holding them captive against their will. And the investigation continues. Apparently, the authorities were investigating the Tates because they have been allegedly trafficking multiple women. According to reports, the investigation first began when the U.S. Embassy in Romania got a tip in April that the Tates were holding a U.S. citizen at their home against her will. The authorities searched the Tates' home and have found that women there, as well as another woman who was trafficked. So the woman who they initially found out about was in fact there, and there was an additional woman there who alleges that she was also trafficked. Now, I'm going to read you from a translated statement, or translated report, I should say, from Romania. It's based on Google Translate, so it might be a little cumbersome, but nonetheless, this is what we know based on local reports from Romania. The police say that the injured persons were allegedly recruited by brothers Andrew and Tristan Tate, who misled them that they wanted a marriage/cohabitation relationship and that they had real feelings of love for them. The women were allegedly later transported and housed in buildings through acts of physical violence and mental coercion, intimidation, constant surveillance, control of basically just control of them and where they go, whether they can leave or not. They were sexually exploited by the group's members by forcing them to perform pornographic acts in order to produce and disseminate. So they were filming them in pornographic acts in order to sell, I guess. That's what the allegation is here. Through social media platforms, materials having such a character, and by submitting to the execution of a work in a forced manner. So basically, the women in question are alleging that they've been trafficked by the Tate brothers, and that's what this investigation is about. Now, why is it that they're only being investigated today? Similar accusations have been floating around for quite some time now. And it turns out that when Andrew Tate decided to go after Greta Thunberg, he ended up telling on himself. Authorities were waiting to see if they could find his exact location. They didn't know whether he was actually in Romania or not. So let's take a look at this tweet from Alejandro Caballero, who says Romanian authorities needed proof that Andrew Tate was in the country, so they reportedly used his social media posts. His ridiculous video yesterday featured a pizza from a Romanian pizza chain, Jerry's Pizza, confirming he was in fact in the country. This is absolutely epic, and I totally agree with her take there. Cenk.
It's just a new age thinking experiment that's trying to convince people that's not the case.
Yeah.
And it's garbage.
Yeah.
And I don't see society going anywhere better for it.
It's dangerous garbage. Yeah. Get us all killed, man. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Let's move on a little bit. So you mentioned England you think is gone.
Yep, done.
There's a couple people still fighting for it. You have Paul Joseph Watson, Tommy Robinson.
Yeah.
So good guys like that. Brexit, obviously.
Yeah.
But your opinion, England's is totally fucked.
Finished. England would need a revolution today to try and undo the bad work, and it's nowhere near coming. We don't have a single politician who's anywhere even 1% right wing. Every single politician's fully left.
You would need like a modern day Churchill, you're saying?
Yeah, you need something crazy to happen.
Yeah.
And the only people left in America who are resisting liberal indoctrination are the Muslims, and there's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
And this is why my view, once again, my conservative views are all skewed up, because I'm almost on the team of the Muslims now.
Jesus.
But they're the only people you have left who don't want transgenders in schools.
Yeah.
They're the only people you have left who don't want to tell kids that being gay is better than being heterosexual.
They're very proudly for a family.
They're the only people they have left who have families and have kids.
Yeah.
They're the only people, like, you have no one, there's no other allies in the Western Europe besides them. So in some ways, yeah, they're destroying your culture. But in other ways, so are the liberals.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, and in the long run, in my view, is super pessimistic. This Muslim's going to win anyway. They're outbreeding, and I think the average English woman has 1.6 kids. The average Muslim woman in England has like 6.8. Like they're just within 30 years, we're outbred anyway. So the fight's over, done. It's done. It's not even close. The population is going to overpass us. So. At least they have ideals which don't completely go down to liberal lunacy.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to me that the left, what's funny is they're cognitive dissidents. The left, they idolize Islam and they idolize all their other bullshit, and they're completely non-compatible. So the left is sitting there going, what do I do? What do I do? It's weird. But in the end, Islam will win, because they always do, because they're uncompromising. We were talking earlier about frame. Muslims have the best frame on earth. No. This is the rules. No, fuck you. I'll kill you now. I'll kill myself. I'll kill everyone.
Yeah.
That's how they are. And you're like,
they take it that far.
Yeah,
they take it that far. Yeah.
But and you know, man, like I said, this is why I piss a lot of conservatives off. But this is the truth. A lot of the reason the Taliban are fighting Americans, a lot of the reasons they're literally fighting wars they can't win with an AK against a fucking predator drone, it's because they're fighting for the right to have their virgin wife in a burqa. Literally, pussy drives things on that level. People don't understand that they look at the Western cultures.
Pussy's powerful.
Pussy's powerful. They look at Western cultures and they look how Western women act, and they think, I don't want that. I don't want my women to be like, there's no wives there.
That's crazy.
I want this. And this is my society, and they're coming along telling me they're going to blow this up and take this away from me. No, I want a virgin wife at 16 who's going to obey me. That's what I want. And if I have to fucking die to protect it, that's what I'm going to do. And this is literally, that's the level. I had a friend who